Welcome back to lesson number 5 of Lawbrokr University. In this last session, we just went through how to build template-sized journeys in the backside of Lawbrokr. Now we're going to walk through how to build your own custom journey with inside of Lawbrokr. Once we're on our specific campaign that we would like to add a journey to, we're going to navigate to the Add New Journey button. This is going to take us back to the screen that asks us if we'd like to add a new blank journey or browse by our templates. We've now decided that either there are no templates for the specific journey that we want to build, or in this case, it's just easier for us because we already have some question sets that are really important for our law firm, so it's easier for us to start from scratch. If we choose the new blank journey section, it's going to ask you to give this journey a name. Once we give that journey a name, again, we can either privatize that specific journey or publicize it, depending on what matters most to this specific journey. Upon clicking next, you're going to come back to the blank canvas of our designer and settings. Reminder, if you hadn't watched the last session, that under settings, you can change the journey's name and determine if you'd like to add it publicly or privately. But let's navigate back to the designer. Every net new blank journey comes with a must-have contact information question. It also comes with a review your case session and a submission tab. All of these are editable so that you can change the language by simply grabbing the pencil icon and clicking edit. If you'd like to edit this specific question, you can do so accordingly, add your subtext, and perhaps it's a corporate law case and you want them to have their company type, you can check that off accordingly. The only information that you can have access to not collecting is phone number and company. You can simply unselect that, and from there it will only ask for these 3 items. You can also add consent options. You can add and turn that on and or off. You'll notice that we give you some pre-built messaging, but you can, of course, edit this accordingly based off the messaging that's relevant to you. Upon clicking Save, it takes us back to the Journey Builder. If we navigate to the top right corner that says Edit, Add Questions or Page Type, this is where you're going to build out your question types from scratch. When you click that, you're going to see a bunch of sections that say Question Types and Page Types. Question types are multiple choice, multi-select, drop-down, counter, location, text input, and dates, along with secondary contact information in case you're in a family law matter, or lead capture in case you want to capture some information before the individual enters the journey. If we choose a specific drop-down, like location-based question, this is going to tell us, a specific jurisdictional-based question. Where are you located? Once we save that specific question, if we want to move this upwards, we can do that from there. If you launch Preview, you'll notice that Lawbrokr has designed this element on your behalf. And if you start typing, it will pull Google to make sure that you're capturing standard and repeatable locations every single time. Once we're happy with that question, we can go back and add a new question or page type accordingly. Something that I want to walk you through is what we refer to as a dead-end page. Something like jurisdiction or self-selecting no and things like that might help us pre-qualify clients without engaging with them through the whole workflow. If we want to add a dead-end page, we would click dead-end page and say, sorry, we can't help you. This is outside our jurisdiction. Please visit your local state bar. If we want to add a sub button, we could say local bar, and then destination would be a specific URL that we know we want to navigate them to. Upon clicking save, what you'll be able to do is add logic to each question within inside a Lawbrokr. If you click the pencil icon and click edit, you'll see at the bottom left corner of each question type that you can add logic. Adding logic allows you to take customers down different paths. If you click add logic, you'll notice on a location type question that if the location is not, in this case, I'm going to choose Ontario, take them to a dead end page saying that we can't help them. If we click and save and launch preview and test out our hypothesis here, and we typed in Denver, Colorado, and click next, it's going to suggest that we can't help this specific individual because it's outside of our jurisdiction. If I type Toronto, what you'll notice is it takes them down the specific path to the next question that we had built, which is your contact information question. That's how we think about logic with Lawbrokr. You can build logic in a magnitude of different ways with inside of the backend of Lawbrokr, not just on location-based questions. If, for example, you want to ask, how old are you? And put a range 0 to 100 or 105, depending on how old your consumers may be, we'll click save. Perhaps the next question we want to ask thereafter is, when did you get married? What you'll be able to see here is under the counter question, if we click edit and add logic on here, we can select a rule. In this case, we might want to say is less than 1 or is less than 2. If it is less than 2, we'll want to navigate them to the next page. Or perhaps if it's greater than 2, we want to navigate them to the next page. And if it's less than, we'll skip the next page that says, what day did you get married? If we move this up for purposes of demonstration and we click launch preview and we navigate to number 3, you'll notice that it now takes us to the next question, which is when did you get married? If we go back and say 1, you'll notice that it now skips that question and goes right to where are you located. This allows you to take people down different buying paths based off the specific information you want to capture with Lawbrokr. Again, Lawbrokr will do the design elements of every single question type. The question type is for you to navigate and determine what makes it easy on the users to ultimately capture this information. If you want to use a text-based question, we do allow you to do that, and you might say something like, please specify. In this case, you'll have the customer come in here and input information as if they would in a traditional contact us section. We try and avoid text inputs as it impacts bounce rates. That being said, of course, we give you the flexibility to build out what you think is valuable for your firm. Once you've completed this, you can simply click publish, and that's how you would build your journey from scratch.